Good morning, good morning, good morning, you beautiful people. It's actually the afternoon, but we're here. We're fucking set up. Woo! Um, I'm super pumped. Um, I had only like one meltdown when I was setting up the space. Um, I'm still, I think I'll still be tweaking a little bit of things. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Shout out to Tony. He hung up this shit for me and dealt with my small meltdown. So shout out to him. Um, Shout out to my sister for this cute little microphone because I still love this thing. But also I'm gonna have to get a new microphone soon. Because I just suck. I suck and I broke it. And like literally every time I come and make a video, I have to spend at least 3 to 4 minutes trying to get the microphone to like work. And it's not this. It's the piece that goes into my phone because there's like a little receiver basically, and you plug it to the phone, and then this little thing blinks green. Like I know y'all saw me a couple of videos back when I was like trying to fuck with it on camera, but I I took the whole thing apart and literally just like a microchip is hanging out of my phone right now. So we're just, we're doing it. We're doing it. This might be the last video that I have with this microphone, and I might have a new one. Sorry, sister, but I gotta do what I need to do. I almost put my headphones in. But I got it to work. So yeah. Welcome back. I have an interesting topic that we're going to talk about today, and it's going to be about the Mandela effect. Sorry, Mom, I'm already fidgeting. Every time she talks about it, she's like, "You need to stop fidgeting. You need to stop touching your hair and touching your nose." And I'm like, "But I can't. I can't." And I'm like at the tail end of being sick. So if y'all hear the nasally, or if I got to cough up my boy ass on screen and camera, don't mention it, okay? We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to keep rolling with it. So anyways, this week we're going to talk about the Mandela effect and Mandela effects and like different scenarios and different like situations and just different things. And it's definitely going to be a little different than my normal talking about feelings and things like that video. So hopefully it's cool. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. And if y'all want feelings, I got you next week. No worries. But so basically, after research and all the crap, the Mandela effect is basically just when a large mass of people believe a certain event occurred when it didn't. And so basically that has to do with like everybody thought that Nelson Mandela died in prison, and he definitely did not. He was released from prison and then he died afterwards outside of prison. But that's like where the name comes from. And thanks to Joey, shout out Joey, did a little more research. And, he's like, this is actually, it's like seated in racism. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then I like did some research. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. But basically it's just like false memories shared by a group of people. And so, according to Joey, he thinks that it's not real, number one, that like, Americans and not just Americans, everybody, people, humans have like faulty memories. My little setup's falling over. But they have like faulty memories, and that it plays into like the gullibility and like the mob mentality of humans. And I definitely like kind of agree with like not only the gullibility of it and like the ability to easily gaslight people and gaslight, society basically. But he posed a good question to me, and I'm going to bring that up later in the talk. But basically, a lot of the main things that are super memorable and like, noticeable about the Mandela effect is that, like things that you remember them have changed. Like the way that you remembered it, the way that you like, know in your mind that that's how it happened, those things have changed. And so, they're talking about like how, you know, Joey brought up something, how like in Star Wars, you know, the famous line that everybody knows is Luke, I am your father. Um but in actual reality, in the actual movie, that line was not spoken because it says, no, I am your father. Because in the line it says, oh, you know, and I know that you killed him. You know, he's all crying about it. Luke's all crying about it, you know, to Anakin and Darth Vader. And then he said, no, I am your father, because he's like, nah, bro, I didn't kill him. But he doesn't say Luke at all. But so it's like, how has, you know, all of society like been brainwashed basically into believing that it's Luke, I am your father, versus no, I am your father. And so like another one of those like weird little like quirky quotes is in the I Love Lucy show. I used to watch I Love Lucy reruns in college. And you know, they always said like, oh, you know, what's his name? Ricky? Yeah, Ricky's favorite line was, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. But apparently that never happened. So you're like, what what the fuck? What are you talking about? What do you mean that didn't happen? Um so I don't know, a couple more examples are like a show that me and my sisters watched growing up was the Berenstein Bears. Berenstein, and apparently it's the Berenstain Bears, Stain. And that's like the true way that it was always spelled, and this and that and the other thing. But it's like, I remember having books. Like, I remember having books of the Berenstein Bears and watching the show, and like it, at least in my mind, was an E. You know, and Joey's like, oh, you know, I think that's so cute that you're so sure that that's how it was, but like, but that's how it was. Um, I don't know, especially for me. Um, I like to think that I've got a very good memory. I have a lot of like very like weird little special things that I like remember really well, and people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you remember that." I'm like, "Yeah, me neither." um, but so like, yeah, for me and the Berenstein Bears, I'm like, why would they call them the Berenstein Bears if it's called Berenstain Bears? That's not. That's not. Whatever. Whatever. The next thing we're gonna get into is Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. You know how it is. Um, but did you know that apparently Pokemon, like, you know, Pikachu's tail, you know, is like has a black tip or doesn't have black on it. And so that is like something that's also like really highly debated and really like talked about, is like, well, what color is Pikachu's tail? And everyone's like, it's yellow. And then like, but what about the black tip? And people are like, no, he didn't have a black tip. And so it's just like, it's interesting to see and to like have these memories. Like, one of my favorite Pokemon was Onyx, Onyx, Onyx. And it's like he was a little black rock. He was like a little rock snake, and he had all the rocks on him. And his name was spelled Onyx. And now in this timeline, it's spelled Onix. That's not right. That's not right. But they're trying to gaslight us into saying Onyx. It's spelled like it's pronounced Onix. No, it's not, bitch. No, it's not, because Onyx is a rock. Why would they? What? You know? You know what I mean? It's like interesting because I'm having like the ring light. If I like blink and look away, I can see like a little black spot like follow me around. But if I focus on the reflection, I can see the Shanny Talks reflection in there. So my eyeballs are like really working hard right now, you guys. um, but so, you know, Onyx. That was my Onyx Pokemon, and now it's Onix, and it's like, it's frustrating because it's like, no, but I had things that were spelled this way. I had this, you know, this Pokemon game that had the Onyx with the Y. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, but prove it. Where is it? I can't. I can't. You know? And so like that was kind of Joey's like point, is he's just like, you know, people like to believe that they think that they know, you know, when that's not how it was. And I'm like, I don't necessarily know if I agree, like if that's not how it was or whatever, but um it's weird to think about. It's weird to like, you know, kind of process and sit with. Um excuse me. Another one is like the Monopoly Man with a monocle or no monocle. You know, it's up for a huge debate They say Kit Kat. Did it have a hyphen or no hyphen? Who knows? Um, but it's weird, because I'm watching these videos. It's like interesting. I see a lot of like TikToks and stuff like that, and like it's interesting to see people validating your experience, but also being, really questioning and things like that. Um, like what's happening, you know what I mean? And like, a couple of months ago, I saw what they were talking about opening up CERN, and I don't know like what the acronym is, but basically it was just like a particle splitter or opener or something like that, and it was like changing particles and all this shit like that. And then they say that this shit has the power, with whatever it does, whatever the technology is, to literally like create new timelines and create new splits in the fabric of reality. And it's like a good question is, like Joey brought up, God, my stupid situation over here, sorry y'all. um Groovy, so my blanket says. um Words, shiny things. CERN, fabric of reality. Yeah. The question that Joey brought up, that I'm bringing back up now, is if the literal fabric of reality was being changed, why aren't our memories changing with it? And I was like, that's a pretty good question. What if someone's time traveling and they went and time traveled and took the monocle off the Monopoly man, and we're like, let's see how many people are going to notice. You know what I mean? So it's just like kind of like the butterfly effect. One tiny flap of a butterfly wings, and then everything's going to be different, everything's going to be changing, and it's just like, what the fuck? You're sitting here really questioning yourself and questioning your mind and questioning your ability to be able to remember things properly. And I think that's like the weird part. There's like another step behind it. This is one of like the big things, but like the fruit of the loom cornucopia. 100% growing up, there was a fucking cornucopia, because they had all those guys in the fucking suits, la la la. They're all singing and dancing in the fruit suits, and then it would like zoom out, and then it would be the cornucopia with all the fruits on it. And everyone's like, no, y'all are fucking wrong. Y'all are wrong. Y'all are wrong. So one girl went so crazy, so bothered, like, bro, I know Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia. And so I don't know if she went through all of her clothes that she's ever had in her whole life, and her parents' clothes and whatever, or she went thrifting and found this, but she found a shirt with the Fruit of the Loom cornucopia printed on it. And it turns out that Fruit of the Loom was going through so many lawsuits that they changed their logo. And then proceeded to gaslight everybody and tell us all, no, we never had a cornucopia. No, that was never a thing. No. I'm sorry, what? You know what I mean? Like, that's some government shit, if I've ever seen it. Like, they're literally trying to make us go on blind faith, and they're trying to change our literal reality and gaslight us to believe that that's not what we experienced. And that's so weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Like, I've had people tell me stories like, oh, I set down my note sheet on the couch and I couldn't find it. It literally disappeared. There's no way that it could have left the couch and left the spot that it was on. She's like, and I found it in my office, 3 days later, 20 miles from my house. It's just like weird splits in our time and weird splits in our reality. And it's just like, is that even real? Is that even like a thing? Is that even happening? Is that even like what? 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 And then you see movies like Interstellar, and you're like, bruh, there's no way. There's no way it's not real. There's no way that that's not possible. There's no way. There's no freaking way. Like, it's I can't explain it. I don't understand it. I cannot explain it, to save my life. But I know that, like, there's more than just this one linear path that we're on. You know what I mean? They're like all these highways of like situations. Jesus. That's what happens when I get a little crazy. Scrape myself. But yeah, just like literal masses of people misremembering things. And I guess people are like like Joey said, they have that mob mentality of like, oh no, yeah, I remember like that. I remember it like that, when your memory's even foggy. So I don't know, it's been an interesting topic of conversation. You know what I mean? They talked about another video that I saw on TikTok where they were talking about how they were like gaslighting us about how Sinbad wasn't in a movie called Shazam. And someone found their fucking VHS tape of Shazam and played it for us on the screen, and fucking Sinbad's in the screen. And everyone's like, no, that's Kazam, that's Shaq. Blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, Sinbad and Shaq don't look anything alike. How you gonna mix those two up? Come on. They ain't even, come on. Different tones, different heights, different builds. It's not the same. It's not the same. But like, how can we prove that? Unless we go crazy like that lady on TikTok, unless we go crazy like the person with the VHSs, they're like, no, bro, I know this is real. I know what I know. And Joey said, I think it's cute that you think you remember it like that. And I was like, only a little offended, like, but my brain's powerful. But then you're like questioning your own reality. You're questioning yourself. You're not even believing yourself. You're like having all these weird moments of like doubt. And so I guess it's like, kind of cool now that society is like more easily able to capture like what's happening, in real time, in real, so then in the next 50 years, the next 20 years, however long, I just turned 31, and like I've seen a lot of shit in my day, but like, in the next however many years, we'll be able to actually like go back and reflect on it. Like, because I know a lot of us had like picture albums and photo albums and stuff like that, but it was never like how it is now, where everybody pretty much is able to just snap a photo and like take a video with good quality, excuse me. But it's weird to think about. And I was even asking Tony some of these, like, oh, don't you remember that? He's like, no, that's how it was. And I'm like, did they get to you too? So yeah. Anyways, I rearranged and I'm featuring some artwork. Let me see if I can scoop this back a little bit without fucking up my sound. There we go. Yeah. I don't think you can see all of it, but this artwork, that artwork, they were all done by an incredible artist. Her name's Elena, and I'm definitely going to link her shit in my comments. So if you want to get some artwork, check her out. Check out her website. Highly recommend. She's a fantastic artist. She does commissions. She does a lot of different type of work. Obviously, you can kind of see the differences. Shout out to my sissy for literally my favorite gift of my birthday. And it was hard, because the other one was good. But my favorite gift. I'm so excited. To be here. I'm so excited if you're here. I love you. If you want your artwork featured, if you have an idea, if you want a shout out, I guess, let me know. Write a comment. Like my video. Share my video. Share my page. Whatever. Tell your friends. That's about it. So I'm going to get off of here now and hopefully pull this microchip out safely out of my phone so I can continue to use this little microchip for my next video, but we're going to see. Ooh. And yeah, I'm sending you my good vibes. I'm sending you my love. And just try to keep your memory straight, folks. Try to keep it straight.